I am 40 years old, and I am pregnant. My husband wants me to stop. He does not want this baby. My name is Diana. I live in a nice house with a big garden. The flowers are blooming now. The sun is warm. But inside my house, there is a cold silence. My husband, Mark, is angry. He is not talking to me. We have a good life. We have been married for 20 years. We have 3 wonderful children. My oldest son, David, is 19. My daughter, Sarah, is 17. And my youngest son, Tom, is 15. They are big now. They do not need me to tie their shoes. They do not need me to feed them. They are busy with school and friends. Mark and I were happy about this. We thought our hard work was done. We talked about travel. We talked about sleeping late on weekends. We talked about freedom. Then last week, I felt sick. It was a Tuesday morning. The smell of coffee made me feel bad. My stomach turned. I felt dizzy. I sat on the floor in the bathroom. I thought it was the flu. Maybe I ate something bad. But then I remembered. My period was late. I went to the store. I bought a test. My hands were shaking. I was scared. I came home and took the test. I waited for 3 minutes. Those 3 minutes felt like 3 hours. My heart beat very fast. Thump, thump, thump. I looked at the stick. 2 pink lines. Pregnant. I sat on the cold floor. I cried. I did not know if they were happy tears or sad tears. I am 40 years old. I thought my baby days were over. I thought that door was closed. But life had a surprise for me. That night, Mark came home from work. He looked tired but happy. He kissed my cheek. "How was your day, Diana?" he asked. I could not look at him. I looked at my dinner plate. "It was okay," I said quietly. "Are you okay?" he asked. "You look pale." I took a deep breath. I had to tell him. "Mark, I have news." He smiled. "Good news." "I don't know," I said. "Mark, I am pregnant." The room went quiet. The clock on the wall ticked loudly. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Mark stopped eating. He put his fork down. His smile disappeared. "What?" he whispered. "I am pregnant," I said again. He stood up. He walked to the window. He looked out at the dark garden. He did not speak for a long time. My heart hurt. I wanted him to hug me. I wanted him to say, "It will be okay." Finally, he turned around. His face was hard. "No," he said. "Mark," I started. "No, Diana," he said louder. "We are too old. We are 40. David is in college next year. We are almost free. We cannot start over. We cannot have a baby now." "But it is a baby," I said. "It is our baby." "It is a mistake," he said. "You have to stop this. We are not doing this." He walked out of the room. I heard the bedroom door close. I sat alone at the table. The food was cold. My tears fell on the table. This is my story. It is a story about a surprise. It is a story about fear. It is a story about love. And maybe it is a story about a last chance. The next few days were very hard. Mark slept on the edge of the bed. He did not touch me. In the morning, he drank his coffee quickly. He went to work. He did not say, "I love you." I felt very lonely. I looked at myself in the mirror. I saw gray hairs. I saw lines near my eyes. I looked at my stomach. It was still flat. But I knew something was growing inside. A tiny life. I felt two things at the same time. First, I felt fear. Mark was right. We are old. Babies need energy. They need time. They need money. Can I wake up 3 times a night? Can I run after a toddler when I am 45? Will people think I am the grandmother, not the mother? Second, I felt hope. I remembered when David was a baby. I remembered his soft hands. I remembered the smell of milk and powder. I remembered the love. My big children are leaving soon. The house will be empty. But a new baby brings noise. A new baby brings life. I walked to the park near my house. I sat on a bench. I saw young mothers. They were 25 or 30. They looked tired but happy. I watched a little girl play in the sand. She laughed. It was a beautiful sound. A woman sat next to me. She had a baby in a stroller. The baby was sleeping. "He is beautiful," I said. The woman smiled. "Thank you, he is 3 months old. I am so tired, but I love him." "I understand," I said. "I have 3 children, but they are big now." "That is nice," she said. "You can relax." "Yes," I said. Then I whispered, "But I am pregnant again." The woman looked surprised. Then her eyes became soft. "Wow, that is a big surprise." "My husband is angry," I confessed. "He says we are too old." The woman touched my arm. "It is scary," she said. "But every baby is a gift. Maybe this baby is special. Maybe this baby is meant to be here." Her words made me feel strong. "Thank you," I said. I went home. I made a decision. I wanted this baby, even if I was 40, even if it was hard, even if Mark was angry. That evening, I cooked Mark's favorite meal, roast chicken and potatoes. The house smelled good. Mark came home. He washed his hands. We sat down. The kids were in their rooms. It was just us. "Mark," I said, "we need to talk." He sighed. He looked very tired. "Diana, please. I don't want to fight." "I don't want to fight either," I said. "But I need to tell you how I feel." He looked at me. His eyes were sad. "I am scared, Diana. We had a plan. We saved money for retirement. We planned trips to Italy and France. If we have a baby, everything changes. We will be 60 when the kid finishes school." 60. "I know," I said softly. "I am scared too. My back hurts already. I worry about my health. But Mark, listen to me." I reached across the table. I took his hand. He did not pull away, but his hand was stiff. "Our big kids are leaving," I said. "David goes to college in September. Sarah will go soon. Tom is always with his friends. The house is getting quiet. Too quiet." "I like the quiet," Mark said. "Do you?" I asked. "Or do you just think you do?" Remember when the kids were little? It was chaotic. It was messy. It was loud. But it was full of love. We were a team. We are still a team, he said. Then be on my team now, I said. This baby is already here. It is inside me. I cannot stop it. I don't want to stop it. This might be my last chance to be a mother to a little one. My last chance to hold a tiny hand. Mark pulled his hand away. He rubbed his face. I need time, Diana. I just need time. He stood up and went to the living room. He turned on the TV. He did not want to talk anymore. I cleaned the kitchen alone. I washed the plates. I wiped the table. I felt a little bit of sadness, but also determination. I would do this, with him or without him. The next week, I had my first doctor's appointment. I asked Mark, "Do you want to come?" He looked at his phone. "I have a meeting at work. I cannot go." I knew he was lying. He did not have a meeting. He just did not want to face it. "Okay," I said. "I will go alone." I drove to the clinic. The waiting room was full of pregnant women. Most of them were young. They had husbands with them. The husbands held their hands. They looked at ultrasound pictures together. I sat alone in the corner. I picked up a magazine, but I could not read. I felt like an outsider. The nurse called my name, Diana. I stood up, here. The doctor was a kind woman. She smiled at me. "Hello, Diana. How are you feeling?" "Nauseous," I said, "and tired." "That is normal," she said. "Now, because of your age, we need to be careful. A pregnancy at 40 is different from a pregnancy at 20. We call it a geriatric pregnancy." I winced. Geriatric. That sounds like I am an old lady. She laughed. "It is just a medical word. It means high risk. We will monitor you closely. We will do more tests. But many women have healthy babies at 40. Do not worry too much." "My husband is worried," I said. "It is a big change," she said. "Let's check the baby." I lay down on the bed. She put cool gel on my stomach. She moved the wand around. I looked at the screen. It was black and gray. Then I saw it, a tiny gray blob. "There is the baby," the doctor said. And then I heard the sound. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. It was fast. It was strong. It was the heartbeat. Tears filled my eyes. "Is that the heart?" I asked. "Yes," she said, "strong and steady." I cried. I wished Mark was there. I wanted him to hear it. It was the most beautiful sound in the world. It was the sound of life. I went home with a picture. A small black and white photo of our baby. Mark was in the kitchen. He was drinking water. I put the picture on the table. "What is this?" he asked. "Your child," I said. He looked at the picture. He did not touch it. He just stared at it. "I heard the heartbeat today, Mark," I said. It was very fast. It sounded like a little horse galloping. Mark swallowed hard. He looked at me. His eyes were wet. Is it healthy?" "The doctor said everything looks good," I said. "But it is high risk. I need help, Mark. I cannot do this alone. I need my husband." Mark picked up the picture. His hand trembled. He traced the shape of the baby with his finger. "I am sorry," he whispered. "What?" I asked. "I am sorry I was angry," he said. "I am still scared. I am terrified, Diana. What if something happens to you? What if the baby is sick? What if we are too old and tired?" "I don't know," I said. "I don't have all the answers. But I know we can love this baby. And love is enough." He walked over to me. He wrapped his arms around me. He buried his face in my hair. "Okay," he said. "Okay, we will do this." I felt a huge weight lift off my shoulders. He was back. My Mark was back. The next months were not easy. They were very hard. My body was different now. When I was pregnant with David, I had energy. I could work, clean, and cook. Now I was exhausted. I fell asleep at 7 o'clock in the evening. My legs swelled. My back ached constantly. One evening, I was trying to put on my shoes. I could not reach my feet. My stomach was too big. I groaned. This is impossible." Mark came into the hall. He smiled. "Let me help." He knelt down. He put my shoes on gently. He tied the laces. He looked up at me. "Better." "Yes," I said. "Thank you." "You are beautiful," he said. I laughed. "I am huge. I look like a whale." "A beautiful whale," he joked. We had to tell the children. That was another worry. What would they think? Would they be embarrassed? We called a family meeting on a Sunday night. David, Sarah, and Tom sat on the sofa. They looked confused. "Is something wrong?" David asked. "Is someone sick?" "No," Mark said. He held my hand. "We have news. Mom is going to have a baby," Mark said. Silence. My children stared at me with wide eyes. "What?" Sarah said. "Mom, you're old." "Thanks, Sarah," I said dryly. "But a baby," Tom said. "Like crying and diapers." "Yes," I said. "A real baby." Then David smiled. He started to laugh. "No way, that is crazy. I'm going to have a little brother or sister." "Yes," I said. David stood up and hugged me. "That is cool, Mom. Weird, but cool." Sarah and Tom joined in. They were shocked, but they were happy. They started talking about names. They started talking about who would teach the baby to play soccer. I looked at Mark. He was smiling. The house was not quiet. It was full of noise and excitement. The pregnancy continued. Month 6, month 7, month 8. We prepared the room. We did not have the old baby things. We had given them away years ago. We had to buy everything new. A crib, a stroller, tiny clothes. Mark painted the room yellow. He built the crib. I watched him. He was humming a song. He did not look angry anymore. He looked excited. "He will sleep here," Mark said. "And I will read him stories." "Or her," I said. "We don't know if it is a boy or a girl." "I think it is a boy," Mark said. "I have a feeling." One night in the 9th month, I woke up. I felt a sharp pain. "Mark," I called. He woke up instantly. "What, is it time?" "I think so," I said. He jumped out of bed. He grabbed the bag. He helped me to the car. The drive to the hospital was dark. It was 3 in the morning. The streets were empty. "Breathe, Diana," Mark said. "Just breathe." I held his hand tightly. The pain was strong, much stronger than I remembered. "I can't do this," I cried. "It hurts too much. I am too old." "You can do this," Mark said firmly. "You are strong. You are the strongest woman I know. We are almost there." At the hospital, the doctors and nurses were busy. They put me in a room. The pain came in waves, up and down, up and down. Hours passed. It was morning. The sun came through the window. "Push, Diana," the doctor said. "I am trying," I screamed. Mark wiped my forehead with a cool cloth. "Come on, honey. One more time. You are doing great." I gathered all my strength. I thought about the little heartbeat. I thought about the tiny hands. I pushed. And then I heard a cry. A loud, strong cry. "It is a boy," the doctor announced. They put him on my chest. He was warm, he was wet, he was heavy. He opened his eyes. They were dark blue. I cried. "Hello," I whispered. "Hello, my little miracle." Mark was crying too. He kissed the baby's head. He kissed my forehead. "He is perfect, Diana. He is absolutely perfect." We named him Leo because he was our little lion, strong and brave. We brought Leo home 3 days later. Life became crazy again. We did not sleep. Leo cried at night. Leo cried in the day. There were diapers everywhere. There were bottles in the sink. But it was different this time. When I was 20, I was stressed. I worried about cleaning the house. I worried about being a perfect mother. Now, at 40, I didn't care about the mess. The house was dirty. Who cares? I just wanted to hold my baby. I sat in the rocking chair in the middle of the night. The house was quiet. Leo was drinking milk. I looked at his small face. I felt so much peace. Mark came in. He looked like a zombie. His hair was messy. He had dark circles under his eyes. "Is he eating?" Mark whispered. "Yes," I said. Mark sat on the floor next to my chair. He rested his head on my knee. "I am so tired," he said. "Me too," I said. But he added, "I am so happy." "You are right, Diana." "I was right," I asked. "Yes, we are not too old. We have so much love to give. This baby, he makes me feel young again." He stood up and looked at Leo. He touched Leo's tiny hand. Leo's fingers closed around Mark's finger. "Look at that grip," Mark said proudly. "He is strong." My older children changed too. David came home from college on weekends, just to hold Leo. Sarah stopped looking at her phone and started singing songs to her baby brother. Tom, who was always cool, made funny faces to make Leo laugh. Leo brought us together. He was the glue. One afternoon, I was in the garden. Leo was in his stroller, sleeping under a tree. The flowers were blooming again. It had been a year since I found out I was pregnant. Mark came out with 2 cups of tea. He sat next to me. "Happy birthday to us," he said. It's not our birthday, I said. It is 1 year since our life changed, he said. 1 year since the accident. I laughed. The best accident. Diana, Mark said seriously. I want to say thank you. For what? For being brave, for fighting for him. I was scared. I was selfish. I wanted an easy life. But an easy life is boring. This is a rich life. I sipped my tea. The sun was warm on my face. I told you, I said. Life has surprises. Yes, he said. And I promise, I will never tell you to stop again. We laughed. Leo woke up and made a little noise. Mark jumped up immediately. I've got him, he said. You sit, relax. He picked up Leo and lifted him into the air. Hello, buddy. Did you have a good nap? I watched them. My husband, with gray hair, playing with our baby son. It was a beautiful picture. So this is my story. I am 41 now. I am tired. My back still hurts sometimes. I have more wrinkles, but my heart is full. Maybe you are reading this and you are scared. Maybe life gave you a surprise. Maybe you think you are too old, or too poor, or too alone. Please do not be afraid. Fear tells you to stop. Fear tells you to run away. But love tells you to stay. Love tells you to be brave. Being a mother at 40 is hard. I will not lie. But it is also magic. I have more patience now. I know how fast time goes. I know that the sleepless nights will end. I know that the diapers will disappear. And soon, Leo will be big like David. So I cherish every moment. I smell his head every day. I kiss his toes. I listen to his breath. This baby was the baby my husband didn't want. But now, he is the baby my husband cannot live without. Plans are good. It is good to have a plan for your life. But sometimes, the best things are the things we do not plan. The best things are the surprises. If you are facing a challenge, keep going. Talk to your family. Share your fears, but follow your heart. My heart told me to keep this baby, and my heart was right. I look at my family, 3 big adults and 1 tiny toddler. It looks funny. People stare at us in the street. Sometimes they ask, "Is that your grandson?" I just smile. I hold my head high. No, I say proudly, this is my son. And that is the best feeling in the world. Thank you for listening to my story. I am Diana. I am a mother. And I am happy. Remember, it is never too late for a new beginning. It is never too late for love. If you have a story like mine, please share it. We can help each other. We can be brave together. Goodbye for now. I have to go. My baby is calling me.